Hello everybody, Vangelis Magios here. Welcome back to another Photoshop tutorial. Today I'm gonna show you how you can create this levitation effect. So let's jump into Photoshop and open our files. File, opened, and as you see here I have 3 images. We are in the wrong folder. I have 3 images. One is with the background alone and one with our subject, so we can combine those two. And the third one is just because I liked this little detail with the tail of the dog. So select all and open. Now from here select all images and adjust your settings, exposure, contrast. I want a bit more dark look to this, so I will go down with shadows and blacks, a little bit clarity, and our white balance. Nice. Let's make it a little bit more smooth, like this. And camera calibration, I want this. So now right click here and sync settings. We do not need those 3 at the bottom, so press OK and open images. Make notice that before you jump into Photoshop to create this effect, in tripod to take the shots, make sure your background is the same, and you need 2 pictures, one with the background alone and one with your subject. As you see, you can see the tripod of my light here, but we don't care about this. So we go to our move tool and go to the picture with the subject, Ctrl J to duplicate the layer, and click and drag to our background project. So let's bring the opacity down so we can see what you are doing. We must align these photos perfect. Nice. Bring the opacity back and create a mask. Now all you have to do is take our brush, nice, and paint with black in a white mask. Just like this. Don't worry if you overdo it with your mask, you can always readjust it. So as you can see, we have already created our levitation effect. It was that simple, but we will not stop here. I wanna make some other changes too. Take it some steps further. So let's vanish our light also. Nope. Seems good so far. Actually, I wanna keep this shadow, creates a bit depth. Nice. Now let's go to our final image and Ctrl J to duplicate this layer, or you can click and drag into this icon here. There to take your move tool and bring this photo above all others. Now before you create the mask, lower the opacity to make sure that you have aligned perfectly your photos. You can click Ctrl key to make it easier. Nice. Now bring the opacity back and create a mask. Press Ctrl I to inverse this mask, and now we can paint back the tail of our dog like this. A little bit more like this. But now the problem is that our dog have two tails, so have to paint again with white so we can cover the other tail. And our levitation effect is ready, but we will not stop here. Let's make some adjustments more. As you can see here, we can still see our stool behind it, so create a new layer and take your clone stamp tool. Let's fix this also. Smaller brush. Always help with your clone stamp tool to lower the flow from here. It make it more easy. Always select new patterns when you want to clone stamp something, so it makes less mistakes. Here. Like this. Perfect. Let's put some black here. If you make a mistake and you want to go back a step, you can always press Ctrl Alt and Z to take a step back, so don't worry about this. Nice, a little bit more here. Let's take this one and go with this. Here it's black, so we don't care about too much for the detail because it's already black, so we cannot see this. Nice. And a little bit more here and we are finished with this step. It looks perfect. Nice. Now Photoshop has some nice filters inbuilt. If you go to the adjustment layers and go to color lookup, have some nice filters. We will go with candlelight for this photo. Lower the opacity a bit, somewhere 80%, feels nice, and take an adjustment curves layer to bring some contrast. This is a nice way to contrast your images, but we need a little bit more light to her face, so we will lower the opacity from that too. Perfect. But I need a little bit more with brightness and contrast. Now let's make a new layer and press Ctrl Alt Shift and E to create a stamp visible, and go to filters, camera raw filter, and I was messing around with those earlier and found this is not necessary step, so we can skip that. And in every image will be different. I just saw that gives a little bit more to my image, so that's why I make this. Perfect. And now our last step is to crop our image because it was a bit wrong. It felt a bit wrong, so take your crop tool and make your composition as you like it. I like it somewhere here, I think is good. And let's put some vignetting also. Now take your marquee, elliptical marquee tool and draw a circle. Usually when I want to vignette I will go with the oval like this, but in this image I want to make it a bit different, like circle, so we'll go with circle. And from here go to adjustment layers and curves. Bring your brightness down and you have a black spot in your image. Now Ctrl I to reverse this and go to filters, blur and Gaussian blur. Somewhere around 100%, 100 pixels is okay. Press OK. Lower your opacity a bit more. Looks good. This is how you create your levitation effect. So thank you very much for watching and see ya next time.